So when we're talking about mass sterilizations in Puerto Rico, it's important to have clear the historical political content and context of these historical events. And the reason why is because we need to consider the fact that Puerto Rico is one of the oldest colonies in the world. In 1937, Governor Winship, he considered that in Puerto Rico there was a problem in terms of population. According to him, there were too many Puerto Ricans on the island, which was affecting the economics. And the target was to create this idea of modernization. And he gave Puerto Ricans two options. One, to get sterilized to control the birth rates, or to emigrate to the continental US. Between the 1940s and the 1980s, what we see is that at some point you have close to 35% of the female population that was sterilized on the island. In a town like Barceloneta, you have grade schools being closed because the birth rate was very low, if not none at all. When it comes to intellectuals, talking about economists, sociologists, in terms of, can we just call this a way of controlling population, or is this genocide? And again, this is something
My name is Elba Rosa Rodríguez. I am from Puerto Rico, and I am Jay's grandmother. That was back in the 50s and 60s. Some pharmaceutical companies start producing contraceptives, and they did all the trials in Puerto Rico. Also happened on the side that the doctors were moving the women not to have children, just to cut the amount of children that were in the country. Well, I got pregnant when I was 20, and I was very happy with my pregnancy. The doctor told me that I could not have it naturally in advance. Not that I had difficulties having the baby, but he said, you cannot have your baby. You need to have a C-section. After that baby, I got pregnant 2 years later again. Then the doctor told me that that was too soon for me to have another baby. Then he gave me another appointment for another C-section, this time before my baby was 8 months, not yet on time to be born. And then he performed the surgery. Never mentioned to me that he will do a sterilization process on me. I knew that afterwards. Like 3-4 years after, I tried to get pregnant, and when I got checked, I didn't have the fallopian tubes had been cut. I was very sad, disappointed, and I felt like abuse because that was a right that I had. That was my body, and somebody mutilated my body without my consent. And I do think that having a baby would have a different outcome in my life. Well, I think that any decision about a human being body there is like a natural right for that person to know and to decide. So I think it's inadmissible and very unfair to do some procedure in a body of somebody that does not know anything about that, and that may affect his or her life for the rest of the time.